Well, hey kids, Grandpa here. How is everybody? You're getting this big echo. Can I help you? Can I help you? Get down. Get down. Oh, Miss Lily and I are doing fine. We're in Carolinas for this evening. And stop. Sit. Settle down. And I just pulled off the road because I was tired. I'm a tired pup. So I decided to pull off the road and get some rest this evening. So I don't see any chat messages. I don't know, is there anybody out there or am I here all by myself? Get down. Get down. Hey, Mark Gotham, how you doing, man? Made it through the country roads. Yep. Hey, King of Chuck. Hey, Keith. Hi, Keith. Keith and Keith. Hey, Smoking. Made it to the southeast. Yeah, from New Zealand. Hey, Keith Jamex. Welcome from New Zealand. Yeah, I am near Columbia, South Carolina, I believe. Just a little north of Columbia, South Carolina. Making good time, making good miles. Hey, Steve's Vids, how you doing, man? Hey, Alexander O. Yeah, it's been a hell of a journey, man. It's been a hell of a journey. What you are doing is proving to people. Thanks, Johnny Hag. Hey, Jared, Michael P, Keith Butler, what's up? 2 hours north of you. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to be 2 hours south of here tomorrow morning. I'm going to be in Charleston, South Carolina tomorrow. That's where I'm going to. Hey, Brad Enns, how you doing? So, yeah, doing really well. Had a little glitch with the vehicle this evening. I'm not sure exactly. Well, I know exactly what happened. I think when those guys tried to steal my truck, they loosened up the battery cables on one of my batteries. You know, my diesel's got 2 batteries. And they loosened up the cable on one of those batteries. And in doing so, my alternator wasn't keeping my batteries charged up as much as what it would like. And I noticed my voltage meter started going down a little bit. And my battery light came on. So I popped the hood this evening and grabbed a wrench and adjusted the one connection was just loose. I mean, I could just move it with my hand. So I straightened it up and tightened it down. And now that light's off, the regulator's back up where it's supposed to be, putting out good power. So just a minor glitch, but it's fine. It's fine. Hey, Susie Q. I was watching your other video from today. Well, thanks, Nash Guy. You know, I almost didn't do a video today, and then one of my friends called and said, hey, I'm worried about you. I haven't seen the video. So I was like, okay, I guess I better put something out because, you know, I get lynched by everybody for not keeping the feed going. I am thirsty. Some good news. Miss Lily is eating tonight. You'll probably hear her crunching in the background. I brought her in some kibble, and she's hitting her kibble pretty good this evening. So I think she's over the hump of being stressed out from the drive. In fact, now she's just sitting here bouncing next to me as she get down, as she tends to do. She's all excited, so she just bounces all over the place. Hey, I got a really good rate on this room tonight. Get down, get down. I want to show this to you. I'm in a Motel 6. Look at this fanciness. It's got a platform bed. It reminds me of like the 1960s style, kind of, you know, sci-fi futuristic. So instead of being a bed over there, there's a table, and then they put in this little half bar with a refrigerator and a sink in it. It's got a really big bathroom. The little area here where there's no bed and there's just this table, that's as big as my entire cabin was up in Alaska. I mean, this room that I'm in right now, this area here is as big as my entire cabin. I could play roller hockey in here, you know? This is just a ton of space. So, thought I'd show that to you. I was going to try to go on this evening. I actually was thinking about trying to drive all the way down to Charleston tonight. It's 9 o'clock now here, and driving down the road, I just felt myself getting tired, you know, and I can imagine, you know, after a week of driving 10, 12, 14-hour days. I'm a little tired. So we made an easy, short day of it today. I had a lot of fun. Saw my grandkids today. That was awesome. My 2 grandsons and my granddaughter. My God, she's getting huge. I'll be putting a video up. I shot some video of them playing in the living room. So I'll put some of that up today. That was really cool. See my ex-wife, Johanna. That was nice seeing Johanna. And get down. Get down. You don't need to be up on me. And you guys know from the chat, Rhonda, who goes by Cheshire Canary. She's one of my moderators. Rhonda's in the hospital right now. She has some pleurisy. She's got moisture around her lungs. And so she's in the hospital right now at Mount Carmel East in Columbus. So I was able to stop in and see her. I've never met her before, although we've become really good friends for a long time now. And it was just unfortunate that the first time I see her, she's bedridden and in the hospital all, not feeling good. But it was still nice to be able to see her and give her a hug. And I got a hug from her. And that's the first hug I've had in 2 years. So that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. It's the southeast air. Okay, good deal. They kept the light on for you. Yeah, Motel 6, yeah. I didn't hear what city you were in. I think I'm... oh, no, I said it. Now I forgot. Where am I? I am in... I'm kind of like on the North Carolina, South Carolina border. That's why I titled this live stream Carolinas tonight, because I really don't know which one I'm in, North or South. But I think I'm right close to the border between North and South Carolina. I'm going into Charleston, South Carolina, and it is about a 2-hour drive from here for me to get there. So give you an idea about where I'm at. So hello, Patrick, about the keeping the light on thing. Yeah. Oh, Mark, I think good idea. What was Mark's good idea? I'm just too tired and I didn't see it. But do a vid on boat walkthrough. I'm going to, but I'm not going to publish anything about the boat. I'm going to be looking at a boat tomorrow, but I'm not going to publish anything about the boat until my deal on the boat is a done deal secured, because I don't want some troll trying to get in there and screw it up. So I will be putting together videos of me looking at the boat, but they're not going to come out. Now, if it's a boat I decide I don't want to look at, then I'll put the video out quickly. But if it's a boat I'm buying, you won't know about it until I've bought it. So it's a done deal. So pleurisy is not fun. Yeah, coffee time. She really didn't look very good. But it was really nice getting to see her finally, Hey, Clint Davis. Can you tell us about the boats you're looking at and what types and size? Yeah, I'm looking for cheap boats. Ideally, I would like to find something over 35 or 36 feet, but that may not be practical. I've got 2 different people I'm talking to about boats. One is a smaller boat, like a 32, but it's absolutely loaded. And in perfect shape. I mean, the guy just redid the engines and the rigging, and it like within the last 2 years, and they just put bottom paint on before putting it up in the hard in May when hurricane season rolled in. So it's in really good shape. And then another one I'm looking at's a 35, and both of those dudes are willing to work with me, while I'm trying to, either get my farm sold or build up my YouTube channel or whatever, so that we can make sure that they get paid the balance that'll be owed on them. So find you a Cracker Barrel, Grandpa, and you get a good dinner in you. Tomorrow will look much better. Oh, Keith, I had a fine dinner this evening. I drove through a fast food crappy place, and I got a good meal. I got a grilled chicken sandwich. So I'm feeling awesome, man. I've really cut down on my food consumption. Like today, I had that grilled chicken sandwich and about a quarter of a small French fry. Miss Lily ate the rest of them, and a banana. That was my food consumption, and I feel great. I really do feel awesome. I feel very healthy right now and doing just awesome. So it's beautiful in Charleston, but motels are expensive there. Hey, this motel was not expensive. This motel, get down. This motel was like $60 here at the Motel 6, and it's a really nice, clean room. So that was really cool. Smart grandpa. Okay, thank you. Good idea to wait on the boat info. Yeah, I'm not, there's too many trolls and stuff out there trying to screw me up, so I'm not going to feed them anything until it's a done deal. So, no boat names, nope. And I can't even give you too much information because you know the way people are on the internet. If you know the boat length and the type of boat and the price range and the town I'm looking in, it's real easy to figure out which boat it is. So, and I'm not saying that I may not be feeding some misinformation to protect myself, which I will neither confirm nor deny. But you know, you guys will know the truth of the matter once it's a done deal. For the time being, you have to understand is just too many troll nonsense going on. I got to protect myself. So, thanks, Amir. I appreciate that. With a sugar scoop. No, Scott, unfortunately, the boats I'm looking at do not have sugar scoops. I'm not in that price range right now. Although that may change pretty quickly. I've got another person looking at my farm up in Alaska, so you never know. You know, day by day, that can change. So, hey, Kelly Banks, how you doing, man? Sorry I'm late, been working on my sailboat. Oh, Dave Deere, no problem, man. How you doing? And heavy thanks to your inspiration. Well, no problem, Dave. I'm glad that I'm inspiring some folks. You know, I'm trying to. Hey, Don B. Do the two boats have about the same beam? We always look at length, but a wider boat. Actually, no. The smaller boat obviously has a little bit smaller beam, although a nice beam. The bigger boat has about 1.5 feet more. So, I mean, the bigger boat's a lot more boat. But the bigger boat's not in nearly as good a shape, and it doesn't have anywhere near the gear and equipment that the smaller boat has. So it might be a temporary trade-off for me just to go ahead and take the smaller boat for now. And then once my farm sells, I can always step up to a bigger boat at that time. I'll have more money then. Can I help you? Can I help you here? Why are you all over me? Get down. Get down. Okay, how's the weather feel down there compared to oh, Clint, man, wow. Driving down the road with the window down today, it was, when I drove through West Virginia, it hit 78 degrees in the truck. Okay, get down. That's enough. And it's just awesome. You know, my family, when I was in Ohio, it was like 72, 73 there in Lancaster, Ohio, and they were complaining about the heat. And I thought, man, it just sounds so good to me. It just sounded so good. 32 sounds good, but tight footage. Yeah, the 32 will be tight. Hey, you know, I had a 30 and a 31, so it's logical that my next boat would be a 32. Then I'll probably go get a 33 and so on. So, was your cow a 30 or 31? Yes, Scott, it was. My cow was a 30 and my cow was a 31. I had a 30 in the Pacific Northwest, and I had a 31 up in Seward, Alaska. So now I'm going to a 32. Hey, Grandpa, you came to the South while we're having a bit of abnormally high temps. Well, it feels great, man. My back's loving it. I feel great. Love these temperatures. One of the sailing vloggers built his own DIY sugar scoop type. You know, I've seen some boats that have been modified, and that's always a possibility. Especially some of the boats that instead of having a straight back keel, you know, the keel kind of cuts back at a long sloping angle. I'm sure you've seen some of those sailboats. It's like, you know, the boat ends and then they have this like part sticking out. You can actually cut through that decking and then, you know, get in there with some fiberglass and some framing and frame it out to make a sugar scoop. So that's always a possibility. Okay, I scrolled up too fast. Let's see. Don B says, yeah, if the smaller boat gets you on the water faster, absolutely. Get me on the water. That's what I need to do right now. Get on the water and start making content. Lily, get down. You're not allowed up on their table. What are you doing? She's actually trying to get up on the table. Crazy dog. Are you going to stop and say hi to Ruby Rose? If they're still in Charleston, absolutely, Kelly. Yeah, I'd like to hook up with them. I don't know if they're still going to be in Charleston, but if they are, yeah, absolutely. Go lay down. You're going to get in trouble now. Go lay down. I think she wants more water. She finished her water dish. Home Place, did you get my message? Yes, Home Place, I'm sorry. I did get your message, but I didn't respond to you yet because I don't have an answer. My son had sent me a photograph that he had received a big mail package for me, and I thought that was from you. It turns out it wasn't from you. It was from somebody else. It was some other stuff. So yeah, but I did get your message. Once I get things figured out, I'll let you know what address to send it to. Right now, I don't know. You can still send it to that address if you want, and then my son can forward it on to me if that works for you. And if you need me to pay for the postage, let me know, and I can, maybe PayPal you some money or something to pay for the postage of that. For those of you guys that don't know, Home Place has been working on a design for T-shirts for us. Some artwork for T-shirts. Pretty good Grandpa's Farm kind of T-shirt. It'll be pretty cool. She's her dad's dog. Yes, she is, Mark. Hey, Whole Shot. How you doing, man? Pa's going to go topless. No. Lily, come here. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? She went into the bathroom. Get this. She went into the bathroom and stole a bar of soap. Go lay down. Now you're a bad dog. Go lay down. Go lay down. Anyhow. Yeah, so I'm definitely not going to go topless. Not now, not ever. I'll always wear a shirt on. I actually prefer wearing a shirt even when I'm snorkeling because it stops me from getting sunburn. I always wear a shirt. Even if I was in shape, I would still wear a shirt while snorkeling and scuba diving. Lily, get out of the bathroom. You leave the soap alone. Yeah, she does love me. Whole Shot's in the house. Yeah, he is. Do you still have her spot left to sail with you? Yes, Armco 84. One spot left to sail with me right now. That may change in the future, but I have one spot available right now if anybody wants to join me for a week in the Bahamas or in Florida, either one. So, and if you want to do that, then just go to either my GoFundMe or better yet, go to my PayPal account, and that is paypal.me/ I believe that's my PayPal thing. So let's see. How far south will you go to look for boats? I'm going all the way down to the Florida Keys looking at boats. So quite a bit of them. Maybe she wants a bath. Yeah, she needs a bath. She's a little stinky. No Kirkland bone for her. Actually, I gave her a Kirkland bone just a little bit ago. I actually broke in her box and got some out for her. We stopped at a roadside rest area just literally 3 miles up from where we pulled off to go to this motel. I took her out and ran her around for a while and gave her a bone then. So Ruby Rose, I believe, is still in Charleston and will be for a while longer before they head out. Okay, cool. I'll try to reach out to them. I'll message them and see if we can't hook up. That'd be fun. Lily wants a massage. She must think you need it. I guess so. I probably do. You did naked sailing in Alaska a year ago. Yeah, but I never actually showed myself. I just kind of showed down to about here, So I was very careful with that. Need to get one of her toys out of the truck. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, trying to tell me to take a shower. Absolutely. Wouldn't boats be cheaper in the Carolinas? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. There's good deals on boats everywhere right now. Everywhere. So Lily just needs a run. Yeah, she's been cooped up in the truck a lot, so she's got a lot of energy to burn. But like I said, I just stopped a little bit ago and took her out and ran her for a long time. So I get out a tennis ball and throw a tennis ball for her when I pull off the road and just run the hell out of her for a while to the point where she can't hardly catch her breath anymore. And then I load her back up in the truck and she lays down and is quiet for a while. So how was the boat I looked at today? Jeff, I haven't looked at a boat today. I'm looking at the first boat tomorrow. I'll be looking at the very first boat tomorrow. I've been driving from Ohio down to the Carolinas today. Let's see. Hey, Cam Banks, how you doing? Kim is in the house. Beer 30. Don't have any. Oh, man. My son Vincent bought me a 6-pack of beer, and I left it in Ohio. He was going to give it to me to take with me, so I had some beer up for the trip, and I forgot it and left it there. Okay, dog. Hi. Yes, you got to come up here and breathe in my face, huh? Is that what you want to do? You just want to pant in my face? Oh. Okay, get down. Get down. lovely having your dog belch in your face, isn't it? Hey, Andrew Kier, how you doing? Trip's going awesome, man. Trip's going awesome. It's, it's really been sort of interesting. I said in a video earlier today that, not to really address the trolls, but so many people have been, so upset with me for even attempting to do something like this. And I'm just like, you got to do something like this, folks. You just can't live your whole life, coloring between the lines and following all the rules. Sometimes you got to break out and do something fun and interesting and dangerous. And apart from getting my truck broken, Andrew, yes, my truck was broken into, and yes, they did a few $100s worth of damage to my truck. There's some metal work that has to be done and buying the replacement parts, but they didn't steal my truck. So I'm really feeling really lucky, actually. I'm angry at the people for having done the damage to my truck, and they stole a suitcase with an old hunting coat in it and some pillows and blankets. But they didn't steal my truck, and so my dream is still happening, and everything I wanted to accomplish is still happening. They didn't interrupt any of that. So it's sad that there's people out there that do that kind of stuff, but I'm not going to let it get me down. I'm going on. I was pissed off at the time, but I'm over it. So, hey, Don B, got to go catch the hockey game. Hey, good deal, man. I hope whoever team you're watching wins. Then the same thing happened to me. Lucky no damage to mine. Yeah, I mean, they did damage, but they didn't steal the truck. If they stole the truck, I mean, that would have been catastrophic. If they stole my truck, I would be a homeless guy. I would be a broke homeless guy in Alberta, Canada, with no vehicle and no assets, because everything I own is in the truck. So, I mean, they would have stole my entire life had they done that. So I'm just really lucky, man. I'm just really lucky. It's all good to me. So Scott Joyce says, I think people aren't upset about what you're doing or how you're doing it. Nobody has to donate, though. Everyone is free to. Yeah, and that's true. And there's a lot of people that are prejudicial about that. They think I'm e-begging and all that. I'm offering quid pro quo. You want to come out and spend a week on the boat, then that costs a little something to do, and the rate that I'm charging is ridiculously cheap compared to any place else that you wanted to do something like that. So, I mean, think about it. You and your wife can fly down to the Bahamas, and not including your airfare. Your airfare is going to be whatever your airfare is going to be. But then you can come on the boat and hang out with me for an entire week on the boat for $750 for a couple. You can't get a hotel in the Bahamas for $750, let alone a hotel and meals, or a hotel and meals that's literally waterfront all the way around and underneath, and we can go around and do whatever you want until you have access to the sailboat. I mean, that's ridiculous. So, thanks, James Michael. I appreciate that you're proud of me for that. Maybe they were cold. Yeah, maybe. Kiss from Lily. There you go. Glad you're pushing on. Thank you, Andrew. It's happening because you're making it happen. That's right, Johnny Hag. You know what? If you want something to happen in your life, you make it happen. You sit around waiting for somebody else to do something for you, it's never going to be there. You want something in life, you go out and you grab it by the cojones and you work towards it and you make it happen. So, Grandpa has inspired me to get up off my duff and get going sailing. So good, David. I'm so glad to hear that. Well, Mark, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I have support to catch me. And I hope I never have to rely on that. But I really am, though. In truth, I really am. I mean, the people on here that have supported me to this point really saved me. I mean, I'd be sitting in my cabin in Alaska freezing my bippy off again, I mean, when I left there was 8 inches of snow on the ground, and that night before I left, it hit -4. So I feel very lucky to have been able to have gotten out of there, and I couldn't have done it without the support of the people on my YouTube channel. Captain Fatty Goodlander had a risky start years ago. His stories are on YouTube. Look at him now. Yeah, Captain Fatty is a great example and a hell of an inspiration, mostly in his writing. He writes for a lot of magazines. Amir says, very nicely equipped and well-maintained to 44800 with newer engine that is ready to go. And I'm sure it is, and it's way out of my price range right now. Guys, I'm being like super, super cheap. Like I'm going to spend right now $5,000 towards buying a boat. That's going to be the down payment on a boat, and I'm looking at boats, $25,000 total purchase price, $35,000 total purchase price. Well, one's $55,000, but I'm going to be setting a real good example of how to do this on the cheap. That you don't have to be a millionaire yachty to go do this. You could be an average Joe, and literally for the price of your vehicle, you can buy a sailboat and completely change your lifestyle. So, can you say hi to my girlfriend Devin for me? Hi, Devin. Where are you now? I am on the, Andrew, I'm on the North and South Carolina line. I'm right between North and South Carolina, right in that area. Hey, Johanna, how you doing? He would never be homeless. No, I would be homeless until I could figure out some way of getting to Ohio. But Johanna is my first wife on here, and I could sleep on the couch with Johanna's anytime I needed to. I know that. We've got a great relationship. So, actually, my ex-wife and I have a better relationship than my oldest son and I do, Carl, if you're watching this. Hey, Sorrenti, how you doing? I hope you're not serving your cookies on the boat. No skeets on the boat, man. No guns on the boat. No guns on the boat. So, nothing changes. Nothing changes, man. That's right. And change is the only constant. So you might as well embrace it and make it happen. So, geez, you have traveled a few miles. Yeah, Andrew, I was in Willow, Alaska. This time last week, I was in Willow, Alaska. Lily, get down. Enough. I'm not talking to you right now. I'm mad at you anyway for getting the soap. Go lay down. Yep, I was in Willow, Alaska. So in the last week, I've covered 4,000 miles. I drove through all across Alaska, across the Yukon, across British Columbia, across Alberta, Montana, North Dakota, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, North Carolina, and now South Carolina. So yeah, it's been a long drive, man. It's been a long drive, and something could have gone wrong on any of that, and it didn't. And that's there's that saying, for the grace of God go I. Well, yeah, somebody's looking out for me. There's no doubt about that. So. Geez, you have traveled a few. Yep, Sedna just found your site. Well, cool, Jared. I'm glad. I don't know who Sedna is, but that's your girlfriend, I guess. Okay. You'll be making a video on the boat you are checking out soon. Yes, Sorrenti, I will make a video on the boat of me looking at the boat when I first inspect it and stuff, and kind of going over what I look for and that kind of stuff. Basically doing my own sort of survey. But I'm not going to make that video public unless I either decide not to buy the boat, and then I will make it public, or if I'm going to buy the boat, I'll wait till my boat is bought and a done deal, and then I'll publish it. So get a condo in North Myrtle Beach if you need it. Oh, you got a condo. Cool, I appreciate that, man. I might need one in North Myrtle Beach. Did your better half cook you a nice Italian? No, boat drink. She offered to, but I got there very late last night. I got there very late, like 9 o'clock at night, and I'd already eaten at that point. And then this morning, I just went. Actually, I didn't see Johanna this morning. I went and saw my son, my youngest son, and all my grandkids today for a while. So. No damn skeets, I'm out. Where does the name Boompa come about? I have no idea, Elysium. I don't know why people call me Boompa. I think it's a sort of a regional thing that people refer to as Grandpa's Boompa. So maybe more German or Norwegian, Swedish, that kind of stuff. Yeah, Andrew, that's some road trip. I used to live in Alaska. I know the depressing, trapped-in feeling, got to get out before the snow, or you stay. I miss it. Yeah, I mean, especially where I was. I mean, no kidding, folks. We would get, during the wintertime, I would have 5 feet of snow on the ground. And so, you go out and with the snowblower and the shovel and clear all the paths, and you come inside and you eat breakfast, and when you get done breakfast, you look outside and there's 8 more inches of snow on everything, so it's got to get shoveled again. It's just horrible stuff. I'm not rich enough to buy cheap things. I agree, Amir. We'll be headed to Florida day after Thanksgiving. Will you still be around? Johnny, I don't know. That's a long ways off. I don't know yet. David Deer, Kim Binkley, I, for one, really appreciate you supporting Grandpa's Fungus channel. You're a good person. I thank you for that, Megan, too. Yes, David. Kim, Kelly, and Megan are just a really awesome family. They really are. They're really good people. It's been my pleasure to know them. So They've been awesome. So let me know, Jacksonville, let me know, Gramps. Hey, I will do that, man. I'm going to be down in Charleston. I'll be down in Charleston. So I don't know how far that is from Charleston. But that's where I'll be, is in Charleston. 71 Pearson's 35 in Panama City Beach, Florida for 12. Duran, send me a link to that. Don't put it on the live stream chat. Message me a link to that and I'll take a look at it. It may be one I'm already looking at though, but send me a link to that. My grannies call me Papa. I love it. My cousin's kids call their grandfather Bimmy and Bimpy. Okay. Funny, all of the names different people use. Unfortunately, buying cheap can lead to spending more down the line. Well, Amir, yeah, but there's buying cheap and then there's also getting a good deal. None of the boats that I'm buying are cheap boats. I'm just buying them used at really good prices. There are some cheap boats out there. These are not cheap boats. These are good selling boats that I'm just getting an affordable deal. I'm buying them used. People sometimes get themselves in a situation where they sell stuff and make just a good deal out of it. Especially right now after the hurricane, there's a ton of boats on the market. And so it's really a buyer's market right now. I was buffering for some reason, so I'm going to go for now. Take care, everyone. Yeah, Kim, that was my phone. I think my phone signal was down a little bit. It's better now. Hey, Grandpa, I'm from Red Deer, and I feel terrible about what happened to you there. It's a real problem here, unfortunately. Glad to see you powering all the best. Well, thanks, Rick. I appreciate that. Good night, Cam. Take care. 3 to 4 hours. Yeah, that might be a little too far to be practical. But maybe, let me get down there and see what's going on. I might need someplace to stay this weekend. I don't know yet. The boatyard, I wasn't going to go down and look at this boat till Saturday. But the boatyard just under new management now, and so they're closed on the weekend. I never heard of a marina being closed on a weekend before. So I have to see the boat on tomorrow, Friday instead. So wish you all the best. Wishes for a successful future. Thank you, Amir. Appreciate that. Sweet dreams, Kim. There you go. Duran Dollar says, do you have an email or is there a way to send you a link on YouTube outside of the live chat? Yes, and yes. Actually, I'm not going to type it in here. My email address is really simple. It's alaskacarl, ALASKACARL @gmail.com. Sit quiet. So it's alaskacarl @gmail.com. And Carl with a C. Maybe somebody already asked, but are you going to live stream tomorrow at the boat? No, I'm not going to live stream anything. I'm not going to show anything about the boats I'm looking at until I either buy the boat and it's a done deal, or I decide I'm not buying the boat. I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I'm going to let the trolls, interfere, because I know these idiots. They'll get in there and they'll be calling the guy who's selling the boat, convincing him not to sell it to me or whatever, and so I'm not going to get that information out there and make it public. Mark Gotham, sir, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. That's awesome, man. You rock. Really nice of you to jump in there on the super chat and do that. I definitely appreciate that. Certainly need it. It's going to be a tough 6 months coming up for Grandpa, so I really appreciate that. Is the boat you're going to look at tomorrow your first choice? Actually, yes. The boat I'm looking at tomorrow is my first choice. But it's really my first choice because the boat is just absolutely perfectly in shape, and the guy selling it's just a really cool, nice guy. And so it just works out to be a really good deal. So sometimes it's not just the boat, but it's the people involved, and it's the situation, and it's the event, and all of those things can make the transaction a really pleasant transaction. And so I'm anticipating working with this guy. It's going to be a really pleasant transaction. He's hip with what I'm doing and understands what I'm trying to accomplish, and he wants to support that. And so he's making a hell of a deal for me. So, Sorrenti, sir, thank you. Get yourself a bag of chips with that beer. No, sir, no potato chips, but I appreciate the offer. I'm really watching my diet. Get down. Go lay down. That's enough. Now go lay down. Sit. She needs some attention, so. Great to see you and Lily do it. We are doing well, Mini Mechanic. We really are. But she's just a little needy at the moment. And I guess I'm being a bad guy. I should let her be a little needy because she's been stuck in the truck and she's tolerating all this stuff that I've been doing. Here, I'll turn this so you can see her better. Can you see you? Look at the dog. Look at the dog. See the dog on the TV? Is that you? Is that you? Yeah? Oh. Where do I send to PayPal? PayPal.me/CARLBROOKE. It's not typing. Hate when it does that. PayPal.me/ There's the PayPal link. You can just, scan over that and copy it and then paste it in your thing, and that'll get you to PayPal. So thank you, sir. I appreciate that. John Cooper, Grandpa, you are a great inspiration, driving your dreams into reality. Your supporters will help get you on the boat you want. Safe travels. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I really do. Steve Gifford, man, awesome. Thank you. No, John, her brain definitely has not downloaded yet. She's a Labrador, and she just now has, literally this month, October, so now last month, she just turned 2 years old, and so she's still an idiot. So, Steve Gifford, Jackson Miller, man, you guys rock. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate you guys jumping in there and donating to the Super Chat. That's awesome, guys. You guys rock. I really appreciate that. Have a beer on me. I will, Steve. In fact, I will buy some beer and I will videotape me enjoying the beer and put it out there so you guys can see it. Hey, old as dirt. I haven't seen you in a while, man. How you doing? Yes, you need your love and attention right now. All this has been a big upset in her life. Get her out and let her walk and run. Old as dirt, we just came in, literally. I had her out for a half hour running and chasing the tennis ball. So there's really no excuse for this right now. Get down. There's really no excuse for this right now. She should be tired. But I think what she wants is more water. Actually, you know what? Hold on, guys. Let me get her some water. Hold on 1 second. Wow, she really hammered her dinner tonight. She has finished an entire bowl of kibble. Sorry about that. I gave her some water. Maybe that's what she wanted. Yep, she's over there drinking. So that made her happy. Okay, Mini Mechanic says, I have a black lab and he goes everywhere with me too. They make brilliant companions. All the best, my friend from the UK. Well, thank you, Mini Mechanic. I appreciate that. Yeah, Lily saved my life. After my divorce, I was really depressed when I got her as a puppy, and she's really helped me out. So she's my best bud. There's no doubt about it. She's my best bud. Maui Lay in the house. Hey, Steve. Steve, by the way, guys, Maui Lay there is sitting at anchor on his boat that he just bought. He bought it. He's in up by Annapolis in Maryland, in that area. And he's going to be sailing down and meeting me in the Carolinas, and we're going to sail down through the Florida and over to the Bahamas together. We're going to do a little buddy boating. So, and look at him bragging there. He's sitting at anchor. What a nice guy, huh? Better be good beer, no Coors Light. No, sir. Heineken, Beck's, Stella, something along those flavors. So, better to send to PayPal than Carl gets the whole amount. Yes, that's true, Home Place Journal. Super Chat really takes a large percentage, whereas PayPal doesn't take hardly anything out of the money. Glad she ate well. Yeah, she just finished an entire bowl of kibble. I'm actually shocked to see her eat that much. I'll bet you tomorrow she throws up in the truck now, because that's a lot of food for her. Hey, Paul Farrell, how you doing? My ex-wife is my best friend. Couldn't have picked a better time to sail the Bahamas. Oh, man, I know. It's going to be nice. Just reached Hampton. Cool, Steve. That video with Austin you uploaded was pretty cool. Yeah, what a nice guy. Him and his friends, they put me up there in Wisconsin for the night. and they made chicken dinner. So winter chicken dinner. I had a nice chicken dinner with them, and we talked sailing and watched some of my videos and stuff. And Austin's just a real nice guy, really cool dude. He works for Home Depot. His his girlfriend is going to school to become a veterinarian. So, it's just wonderful to meet all these really cool people along the way, So it's just neat stuff, It's just really neat stuff. Wish I could have helped. Timing was wrong. That's all right, Akula. No problem. Refurbishing a 25-foot right now. Cool. Oh, well, since you're in the Southeast, Grandpa, get you a great beer and grab some Sweetwater IPA. I'll have to check that out. Sweetwater IPA. Hey, Dave Zyrie, how you doing, man? Sit. Quiet. Really, I didn't know YouTube took a large... Yeah, YouTube takes out a huge chunk. To give you an example, Nash Guy, during one of my live chats, I had two different people donate $100 a piece. I'm sorry, $200 a piece. Two different guys donated $200 a piece. So I should have had $400 coming to me, and it ended up being something like $287. They took like $113 out of $400. It was just ridiculous that they took that large of a percentage. It was just way off. So, let's see. Maui-Lei, I like her. If you send a PayPal under friends and family, PayPal doesn't take any of the donation. Oh, I didn't know that, Home Place. Cool. Okay, let's see. I hope most of the ports in the Bahamas are up to having vessels visit them. Paul, I'm not worrying too much about it. I don't plan on visiting too many ports. I am not a guy that's going to, check into the marina and spend a month at dock. I want to be on anchor out in some remote anchorage someplace almost 90% of the time. I'll have to come into dockage occasionally for some stuff, but, to get fuel and that kind of stuff. But I plan on staying offshore as much as possible. So, sit. Now that's enough. Sit. You start behaving yourself. Master Guy says, if I'm right, they get like 30 to 40% of the Super Chat donations. Yeah, they just take way too much. If you make it to Gulfport, Mississippi, look me up. Steve, I'll do that. What takes less, GoFundMe or PayPal? Nash Guy, they're about the same. They really are. They're about the same for that. PayPal is PayPal's a little easier to work with. GoFundMe is fine too to work with. But like I had one guy, I had one of these trolls. He donated. He was telling everybody not to donate to my GoFundMe because I'm some scumbag guy ripping everybody off or what have you. And then he goes and donates to the GoFundMe under a false name, a name I didn't recognize, and then immediately turns around and demands a refund. Well, the only way GoFundMe does a refund is you actually have to talk to one of their staff people and ask the staff person to pull that donation and refund it back to the guy, which they did, and then they blocked him on top of that. But because that's what he did. He just made the donation and turned right around and said something like, okay, let's see what your character is now. I demand a refund. And so just crazy. That's to me is insane. Why would somebody do that? Sit. Why would somebody donate just for the sake of demanding a refund? That's just craziness. So PayPal's a little bit better deal. Grandpa, does the boat you're looking at, does it come with a few jerry cans? Yeah, it has a few jerry cans on it, both fuel and water cans. Patreon, Steve, is probably the best thing long-term and where I'm going to be focusing mostly on for people to get involved with. I'll be posting some content on my Patreon now that's going to be unique to Patreon, so only people that are on Patreon will see some stuff. So that's probably the best way of supporting a creator is to just get on there. And what's nice about Patreon, you can set a limit, You can do like $1 a video and then say, I only want to do $4 a month or something, and that's fine. That's fine. So that works perfectly good. Western Union or MoneyGram is another way to send money to Grandpa. Okay, I didn't know that. GoFundMe. Okay. Hope you get a full keel. Great for the Gulf Stream with tracking. Yes. That would be preferable as opposed to a fin keel. Okay, on PayPal. Good. Put up a link to Patreon. Let me, hold on one second. Let me move you here. I have, I keep a file that has a bunch of these links on it, what I call chat notes on my computer, so I can just copy and paste them real easy, and I haven't bothered getting that pulled up this evening, so I can do that. Lily, quit. You're going to get yourself in a lot of trouble, dog. Enough's enough now. So, there's the Patreon link. Oh, okay, Paulie D already put my Patreon up. He's faster than I am. Thank you, Paulie D. Bahamas required to pay an entry fee of $300. Yes. Yes, Amira. And yep, I'm anticipating that I'm going to have to pay $300 to spend the winter in the Bahamas, and I think that's a good deal. $300 to spend the whole winter there is just fine. With that, do it now. Okay, cool. Grandpa, if you could just post all the links and different ways to donate and support. Well, okay, well there's Patreon. There's PayPal. I'll put that one there. Come on. There's PayPal and GoFundMe. The chat's a pain in the butt sometimes. Sometimes I go to type something onto the chat and it won't let me type. I have to click outside the chat and then re-click inside. Dog? I'm going to put you in the truck. Behave. Oh. Anyhow, Keith, thanks for the suggestion. You're doing, keep it up. Thanks, Gary. I appreciate that. Doing good. Okay. I think all the links you show in the notes below the video. Yeah, in the video description, there'll be links to everything there. So, signed up, done. Awesome, Steve. Thank you. I appreciate that. You need to get a pet permit for Lily. Yes, Dale. I've got all my paperwork prepared. I'll have to mail everything over to the Bahamas before I go there. There's a website that has the instructions on how to do all that. So, I've been following that and getting everything set up for Miss Lily ahead of time. So. Plus, I need to get not only the cruising permit, but the fishing permit and stuff as well. So, right there in the show, more information in the stream. Yeah, it's down in the bottom. Are you going to get cell coverage out there in the middle of the ocean? No, not in the middle of the ocean. I will get a satellite, not a satellite phone. I'll get a satellite router that will work through the satellite phone signals, but it'll just be a router that I can connect my laptop and my phone to, much like you connect to your router in your house. But in the Bahamas, I'm going to get a local Bahamian phone number for doing uploads and stuff. Let's see. Great channel, Carl. Love your adventure so far. Can't wait to see you on the new boat. Keep the videos coming. Hey, Apina, thank you very much. I appreciate that sentiment. Girl, do you have that website available for Lily and Sargent? Noon site, Steve. It's on Noon site. You're aware of Noon site? If you look on Noon site, look up pets. There's the links on that. I don't have it right here with me off the top of my head right now, but because the dog's got to go to the vet. You have to have the shot records up to date. And you have to get a letter from a vet saying that she's healthy, and then all of that has to be mailed to the Bahamas before we head over there. So we don't need no stinking badges. There you go. Carl. It's all right, Maui Leg. You can call me girl. I don't care. Lily needs a number 1 or number 2 break. Lily needs a good spanking at the moment. She's really misbehaving. Go lay down. I don't have her dog crate to lock her up, so she's got license to just be a troll right now. You're going to have taxes on that boat. It might add up. Oh, not in that price range. It's not going to be that much. And I'm probably going to not register the boat in Florida. I'm only going to do the Coast Guard registration, so I can avoid individual state taxation that way. Go down. No, that's enough. Go lay down. Looking forward to some surf fishing when I get to Florida. Yeah, that would be fun. Not much surf fishing on the East Coast. On the West Coast, there's some, but not so much on the East Coast. So, does she need to go out and go potty? No, she just did that just before we got to the motel here. Like I said, I ran her for a long time. She went pee and potty then. She does not need to go right now. She's just being an attention hog because I'm talking, and every time I'm talking, she likes to get up in my face. So, if you like the boat tomorrow and make a deal on it, when do you think you'll have it in the water? Tuesday. I already spoke to the, hey, Andrew Kier. Thank you, man. I see you made a donation. Awesome, sir. Thank you, Andrew. I really appreciate that. I made arrangements with the marina to splash the boat on Tuesday. If I get there and it's, yes, Andrew, I saw that. I really appreciate that you jumped on the GoFundMe. That's awesome. Yeah, I made arrangements with the marina to splash it on Tuesday, but tomorrow I'm going to get there and sound the hull, check the through holes, and, you know, do everything I can. But I want to put the boat in the water on Tuesday so I can start the engine and check it out and, you know, not necessarily do a sea trial, but at least get the boat wet and make sure that all the water stays on the outside. So, pump rental cheap. It was easier to use than PayPal or the other methods. Okay, cool. Yeah, GoFundMe is actually very simple to use. You just, you know, you click on GoFundMe and it just asks for your credit card information and it's done. I mean, it's very, very slick and easy to do that. So, but they have to make them that way, you know. Sergeant has this stuff. Damn, talk to text. Has his stuff. Oh, okay, cool. Don't spank Lily. I don't spank Lily. I do yell at her sometimes, but I don't spank her. I missed the Ohio staff. I was fast. Yeah, Jackson, I stopped in Ohio last night. I got in there late, and then I left noon today. I was going to spend an extra day, but I ended up leaving early because I have to get down here and see this boat early. So, Maui way better than when it started. Cool. Doing better on the thumbs up. If you haven't done it, please. Yes, guys, please do give us a thumbs up if you wish. That would be awesome. If you're near Charlotte, North Carolina, southeast coast, need to stop over, you're welcome here. Well, thanks, Bruce. I appreciate that. I don't know if I'm going to be in Charlotte. I'm going to be in Charleston, South Carolina. I don't think I'm going to be up to North Carolina, but I appreciate that. I didn't have to create an account. Was simple. Yeah, you don't have to create an account. You just got to give them your credit card info and they do it. It's not like you have to become a member or anything. So, are you going to have it surveyed? No, Nash Guy, I'm not going to have it surveyed. The boat's only a $25,000 boat. The last boat I bought was a $20,000 boat. My Cal 31 I bought up in Alaska for $20,000, and I spent $750 having it surveyed, and that survey was absolutely useless. The boat ended up having a compression post issue that I even spoke to the guy about, and he assured me it was fine. It was not fine. So, I mean, I was really pretty irate that I spent that kind of money, and it was just an absolute waste of money having him survey it. He just didn't catch a half a dozen things that he should have. So, this boat at $25,000, it doesn't make sense for me to spend $700 to have it surveyed. And I've got, I think, enough boating experience. I'm going to look it over pretty thoroughly myself and not trust somebody else and just get it done. So, we'll be in Key West on the 26th of November. Will you be around? I might. I very well might be around, Steve. If the vessel is over 30 years old, registration is cheap. I think I pay something like $375 a year. My 15-year-old rib is $1075. There you go. Water on the outside, check. Yes, Dave, you want the water on the outside. You don't want the water on the inside. You're the only guy I know that takes a garden hose and fills up the inside of his boat. You got yours for $325. Well, that's cool. That's cool. You know, surveys are all across the board with different pricing structure. But yeah, I just, for this price range of boat, it just doesn't make sense. Even $325, spending $325 to have a guy do a worse job than what I can do looking at the boat. It just doesn't make sense. Without a survey, you'll have problems with insurance. No, I won't, because I won't have insurance on a $25,000 boat. There's no reason to carry insurance on that. I'm going to have some liability around the marinas, but again, I don't plan on spending too many times in the marina, so that won't be that big of an issue. Grandpa, are you only looking at boats that offer a dinghy with them because the price of dinghies and the outboards cost a hell of a lot? Yes and yes, Keith. Actually, all the boats that I've looked at so far, no, that's not true. Most of the boats I've looked at so far include a dinghy. Now, the boat that I'm looking at tomorrow has a dinghy, but it's not a dinghy that I'm really happy with. So I may get on the phone and talk to some of the dinghy manufacturers and see if I can't get someone to give me a deal on a dinghy as promotion as part of my show, like Highfield or one of those. So I'll finagle something around and get myself something that I can use. So just gotta put in a little time, effort, energy, a little ingenuity, a little creativity. I'll work something out. So been 15 years on a submarine, water on the inside, not good. Absolutely not good, especially in the submarine. At the very least, have a friend look it over with you. A second set of eyes can be invaluable. I agree, Tim. I agree, absolutely. Third-party insurance, don't want to prang into a $1 million boat. Yeah, that's what liability is. Just liability is in case I hit somebody else, or that's all that's for. I'm not going to insure the boat itself. It's a $25,000 boat. If I lose the boat, I lose the boat. So that's a good idea, and something people should consider at Tim. The chat moved up. I didn't see what Tim said. Sorry, Tim. I'll go back up here. Very least have a friend look at. Yes, I'm sorry. I did see that. If you have plenty of boat sense and know what to look for, you'll be fine by yourself. Yes, Dale. And I've owned enough boats at this point. I think I know what to look for. And the boats that I'm looking at, I've been able to get on those boats owners group, like on Facebook and stuff, and on the internet. There's boat owners groups for almost any make and model boat. There's people that own that make and model boat that discuss their issues, and they brag about, oh, I changed this and I added that and I did this, and so you can get onto those groups and you can research that and do some data mining and learn quite a bit about the boats and what their usual problems are that boat model may have. So, can I send you my golden hammer? Okay. I did my own survey, but I work in the business. It's not worth the extra unless you know nothing about boats. Yeah, I agree, Akula. All I can say is it didn't rush into the boat and settle. Go with your gut. Go. Good night, guys. Okay, Jackson, I appreciate that. Yes, absolutely. Well, I don't have a dinghy, but if you need it, if you're more than welcome to a 12-foot John boat, I think I might even have a couple of oars. No, that's okay. I'm sure I'll be able to find a nice little inflatable. You might have a problem finding someone to hold the note on the boat without insurance. Just saying, good luck. Lee, so far I've not had a problem with anybody doing that. So, Maui says I have an extra motor. Yes, you do, don't you? Okay, why don't you do a live stream online survey? The reason I'm not doing that is because I don't want to put out the information about that boat until I either decide not to buy it or until I've made my deal on it. I'm not going to allow myself an opportunity to have the trolls get on there and screw up my deal. So, you going to quit? Go lay down. Go lay down. Oh, guys, I'm tired and she's tired. So what part of the Carolinas are you in tonight? Morgan, I'm on the North and South Carolina line. I'm right between them. Sorry, the chat was breaking up. Is that the correct email? I'll ask Carl@gmail.com. Yes, that's the correct email. Duran, thank you. Wish I could pursue it. My golden hammer had a divining rod. Hey, Austin, there you are, man. How you doing? I'm doing great, man. I am on the North-South Carolina line now, so going to be looking at the first boat tomorrow. So Austin Mahanke's in the house, man. He's a nice guy that lives in Wisconsin and put me up for one night on my trip. Really cool dude. Made me a nice chicken dinner. So, yep, that's it. Okay. Get enough sleep so you can drive safely. Yeah, and that's what I'm going to do, guys. It's 10 o'clock here now, and I am bushed. So I think I'm going to go ahead and yank on this and try to upload some more stuff tomorrow. But I appreciate everybody jumping on here and saying hello and getting caught up with everything. Me and Miss Lily are doing fine, although as you can see, she's getting a little needy. But she's fine. She's doing absolutely fine. I'm glad to see she ate and drank so much tonight. So I'm going to go take her for a walk and then call it a night and go to bed. So what time are you getting up tomorrow, and how far do you have to travel to the boat? Sorrenti, I don't know exactly what time I'm going to get up tomorrow, probably 5 or 6 a.m., and it's a 2-hour drive from here to the boat. So I should be there before noon. Don't be tempted to buy something, just buy something, even though it's... Yes, I'm not going to, Dave. Do you have somebody lined up to go with you when you leave? Do you have somebody lined up to go with you when you leave? Do you mean like, do I have crew or something? No, I don't have any crew that's going to come on board with me when I leave. And you're always welcome. Thanks, Austin, man. We had a great time, so thank you, sir. Hey, Kim Johnson, how you doing? Let me know if you received my PayPal donation. Oh, Gene, if you made a PayPal donation, I am sure it's in there, man. They'll message me. They're really good at that, so... Fence on the building. Hope all work. Oh, okay, yeah, on the boat. I see. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be like the first day of actual boat shopping, so that's gonna be pretty exciting. So, anyhow, guys, I'm gonna call it. You guys have a great evening. We'll talk to you guys later. Be good to one another, and we'll catch you later, guys. Good night. Thanks for watching.